All right, guys, what's going on? Eric here again. So, gonna do a quick review on, pretty much the trades that I was taking today. Uh, Forgive me being a little bit sweaty, just got back from the gym. But we want to touch on some of the stuff that's going on in the market today, and I'm gonna just review these trades for you guys here to give you a little bit of pointers as far as what I'm looking at, throughout the day, especially in the bearish times like this. Today was a great day. A couple grand made today, so can't complain. Could have been worse, but luckily, sticking to the plan, was able to get, pretty much what we wanted out of the market today, even with, things being the way they were. I know it's a lot of volatility going on. The market sunk like, 800 points or whatever today, and then bounced right back on up. It's kind of things you should expect from the market, especially during times like this, okay? So I know there's a lot of things with the inflation talk going on. We got the war breaking out, in the Ukraine, Russia, so many things going on to kind of consider in the market. And what we'll do real quick here is just kind of cover, those different aspects. I'll give you guys an idea of what stocks I'm looking at, long-term and short-term. So you guys can kind of get an idea of, how to trade, or just kind of give you some pointers. And then, we'll take it from there and, keep thugging it out in the market. Tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully it's a good day. But if not, either way, we're going to weather through it and stay green. All right. So let's take a look at some of this stuff here and get ready to learn a little bit more. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Just kind of recap these trades here. My one trade that I took, CYRN. And we'll also go over the watch list that I gave for you guys too. Pretty much, in this bear market, guys, everything still hit, nails on the head. Sorry I haven't been able to live stream as much lately. I've been running around trying to take care of a lot of stuff, other than traveling and trading. Excuse me. But let's go ahead and look into these trades, and then we'll discuss what we need to be focusing on going forward with the events that's happened. But anyways, let's get into it. So, we had some good moves throughout the day. IMPP, INDO made an early move pre-market, which, probably should have still been on your, watch list since, the other day. So if you made money on that, congrats, to you guys. Let's take a look at kind of like the alerts that came through today. Pretty much we had IMPP, we had INDO alerted for you to look at. Had some news with TRIO or TRVI. And then early this morning, you have the news about the, Russia started to invade the Ukraine. And you were told to be looking at gas plays, gas or related energy plays, right? CEI, HUSA, GBR, SNMP, ENBV, IMPP, and INDO. Guys, me and the admins pretty much gave you the blueprint here of what stocks to trade throughout the day. Not to mention this alert here that's coming up. So we kind of pretty much told you a little bit more about CEI, BRN, blah, blah, blah. But this is when it started to get interesting, okay? Now, we knew that Biden had an announcement coming up at 1:30. Put two and two together, folks. If you get news alerts or information that a war is about to happen, obviously this is going to affect the market, whether you like it or not. Okay, so you're going to be paying attention to that. And then you get notification that the president is about to speak. Come on now. It doesn't matter who the president is, what the president's talking about. Whatever is going to be said dealing with the country is going to make a movement in the market. Okay? One way or another. You kind of got a little forewarning here as well too, that this stuff was going to happen, because admins were telling you. Obviously, we mentioned CEI from, the earlier alert, but also too, if you take notice to this alert here, we said oil plays are consolidating right now, and it's, and it's a very slow morning. Typically, you guys know this, when stocks or even sectors, things like that are consolidating, it's going to do what? Either break up or break down. So you need to be ready, to play the reaction as opposed to, trying to guess it, right? Okay, perfect. So you know that this should still be on your radar. Now, at 1:30 or 12:30 Eastern time, he began to speak. We put the link in there for you to watch the whole thing live. They pushed it back to 1:30, and then after he had spoken, INDO was alerted again. CYRN volume spiked right here. You guys already know the routine. The volume spikes up, get a little bit of a pullback, it starts to show some support on the moving average, and then what happens again? It spikes up, and then what? You should be probably jumping in that.
I'm going to post the trades on here for you again at the end of the video, but they should be in the Facebook group too. At the time that I had posted it as well too. But anyways, I didn't get into this stock until about what, $3.56, because I was pretty much watching to see what would move after he had spoke. And when he mentioned cybersecurity, that was kind of a big, a big red flag. It should be. If you haven't had experience in market, you probably wouldn't know that. But when he mentioned cybersecurity and that statement he made about it being, a potential a potential thing a route to take, then obviously those stocks are going to move off of that news. Just like with for example, with like DGLY, when the riots were happening throughout, all the protests stuff throughout like that, that thing was flying throughout, the market. Same thing here. You guys got to try to put two and two together. And this is why I say knowing your sectors are important. Knowing the stocks that are in that sector are important, because at any given time, with economic changes and forces, the market can move it. And this is exactly what happened here today. And this is why I was banking on that. So got in at 356, which is right about right here. I was waiting for a little bit of a red candle to get in. I got in, even though it was at the peak. I didn't plan on sticking around for it for very long, but I had a good risk tolerance. My risk tolerance was for it to go right back into, this area, the $3 area, but it never went right back there. It pretty much it stayed at like 380s. So, anyways, got filled at 356, um, which was good. I was positive throughout the whole time. It pulled back a little bit, then it broke high. I was waiting for this. If it wasn't gonna, break high, because we had already one test here. You should know from this candlesticks, we got one test here, didn't break. Another test here, didn't fold. Another test here, didn't break. And then, boom, it finally broke out. Okay, and that's why knowing your candlesticks are important, which is why I made that whole entire video for you guys in the course about the candlesticks and what to look for, especially during breakouts. Put two and two together again. So, anyways, it broke out and began to ride on up, ride on up, ride on up. Squeeze Pro is showing that it's still a lot of strength. Okay, sorry, people are messaging me right now. If you guys heard that, but anyways, ignore it. Let me close that out. So yeah, so pretty much that's what happened there, and just rolled this bad boy and all up almost to the break even point, because you could see the orders in level two start to lighten up, which means people are stopped, trying to push the stock that high, and it's time to get out. Um, you could add a little bit of a consolidation here, but it was too light for me to want to take that risk. So I just exited out and took my little grand. What was it, about 1,500, about 1,600? No, it was about 1,300. I think my profit was. So, anyways, got that and just watch the stock the rest of the day. To be honest with you, I'm expecting it to make some moves tomorrow. It is going to be on my watch list, so that's a little hint for you guys who aren't even in the group chat or in the alerts. I'm going to put that on my watch list, see if there's any continuation with it. Not in the stock anymore, but anyways, I'll post my gains and I'll post the results at the end of the video for you guys, so you can kind of see what I did there. But that was pretty much it. That's how that trade went for me. This thing took all day. You can see in the chat room, we were all just sitting there on our hands. We're like, I'm like, I'm just watching this, but I'm not in anything right now. And then finally, this broke out. So I pretty much spent the whole afternoon waiting for the president to speak so I can catch a move. But that's what trading is, guys. You're not going to have every moment, every second of something going. You need to wait for yourself to come to you. This one came to me. Being patient, okay? It pays off. So that's pretty much what that was. Hey, $1,300 to sit around for a couple hours and just watch the news and look at movements, pay attention to alerts. I'm not going to cry about it. But look, the alert here said CRN volume catalyst is because Biden's talking about possible cyber attacks. We gave you the answers. How could you not want to look at this stock and trade it? Okay. More than 1.3 billion users around the world relies on this. Okay. How could you not want to? How could you not want to get in this trade? I mean, it was like a give me. If you didn't get in this stock, tell me why. Please tell me why. Tell me why. I am begging you. Tell me why. But anyways, that's pretty much my trade for the day. Now, aside from all that, see, that was pretty much it. That was all the alerts for today. There wasn't much going on. So you really had no excuse. But let's say you did want to make an excuse. Let's take a look at the watch list that I put out for you guys last night that you should be watching this morning. What do I tell you about the watch list? Either the watch list is exactly what it is. It's a watch list, which means I'm watching it from pre-market until the open. If it's not doing what I expected to do, I'm moving it off my radar. I'm not paying attention to it no more until it, gives me a reason to look back at it. We got CLOV, MAPS, Fubu, OPAT, SoFi, and DraftKings. Out of these stocks, which one do you think did bad today? Let's take a look. Now, I posted this last night for you to do in the morning. Here's February 24th. All this from here on out was from February 24th. This was posted last night, February 23rd. So which means you woke up this morning. You wanted to pay attention to the market. Let's take a look at CLOV. And guys, I'm by no means am I saying that every single time I'm posting a watch list, it's a play you should be doing. It's a great play. No, I'm just giving you giving you what you asked for. You want to know what stocks to look at. I'm not going to teach you how to trade to a full extent. You can't, no one can. You have to develop this on your own because as a trader, you're unique. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know how to play it. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your interests is. I don't know what your fears are. I don't know your psychological thoughts. But I am giving you the answers to which stocks will be making the moves for you to look at to trade however you want to trade, whether you want to long it, whether you want to short it. You have the opportunity there with these stocks because their movement is going to happen for you to capitalize on the opportunity. Okay, let's take a look at CLOV. Here's pre-market. So if you're paying attention to the pre-market, obviously it just drops, which pretty much everything is doing because it's a bear market, right? But got some movement here. It's coming back down, coming back down. Obviously, this wouldn't be attractive to me in pre-market. That's fine. Come opening bell, different story. And this is why I tell you guys, I usually don't. If it's not moving in pre-market, I'm not going to pay attention to it until opening bell. What should catch your eyes here is the fact that it broke pre-market high right here. This is the importance of this part. So when it broke pre-market high, which is right here, sorry, people still message me. When it broke pre-market high right here, this should be an okay, might want to consider this stock. And then from there, you can just play your indicators however you want to play it, play your strategy however you want to play it. But either way, guess what? It ended up higher than what it was. Wasn't by much, maybe it was like 10 cents, but that's fine. You're still green, right? So let's take a look at the next stock, MAPS, another technology stock. Let's see what it did pre-market. Sorry. Not much volume, not much activity. That's okay. That's fine. You kind of expect that. It's pre-market. Boom, opening bell starts to form, higher lows, higher lows, pulls back and consolidates. Another high, another high. And this is in a bear market, guys. I imagine if this was a green market, this thing probably would have flew too. But anyways, it ended way better than what it was when it started. It wasn't by much, but enough for you to make a good, 30 cents to the dollar at least. Okay, so that's MAPS. Then you got Fubo. That was like a good dollar move today, right? And the reason I was watching this because in the notification we got yesterday said that their subscriber base grew. So with that being said, obviously not paying attention to it in pre-market, but come opening bell, what happens? Ooh, big volume candle up, green candle there, it's sitting above the view. A golden. I mean, you got every bullish indicator you can probably imagine, and it just pretty much stayed up there all the way till the end of the day, from $6 all the way up to like 8.20. Easy. That was a gimme for you. All right, let's take a look at another one. OPAD. Why were they on the watch list? Because they had good results. And guys, this is all put out for you the night before. When I get done with this video, I got to do the watch list for you too. Okay. Um, Same thing. Look at it. Nothing in pre-market, right? No volume. Nothing's happening. But come opening bell, big different story. Everybody's coming in. Buy, 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 sell, sell, sell. No, buy, 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 blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. Anyways, this thing too ended up way better than what it started. It was all the way down to 373. Ended up at like 471. Whole nother dollar move. All right, let's take a look at SoFi. And SoFi has not been the best. I mean, it's been getting beat down like since like its highs. But look at if you were as a day trader, again, if you're a swing trader, something like that, it's fine. Ignore this. You're day trading, which means you're getting in your position and out of your position. You're not, from 4 a.m. Eastern time to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time is when you're in and out of that stock. Look at pre-market. Of course, it's making this, average moves. It's a pretty high cap, market, pretty high flow stock, right? So, obviously it's doing something I'm not interested in it, but come opening bell, but what? It broke pre-market high. Guys, that's a very, very strong indication. If no one tells you that breaking the pre-market high is a good indication of a stock, running for a little bit, or at least holding a trend, That's a good indication. Yes, it's a bear market. Manage your risk. But look at that. From opening bell, this thing went as low as 875 all the way up to a whole dollar move to what was that 1025 now. So that's a good move. You could have just rode this bad boy all day. Pause. All the way into the after hours. Let's take a look at the last one. DKNG, DraftKings, and I've been alerting DraftKings for the longest. And admin didn't really need to alert this because it should have been on your radar since like the day before. I should have had this on a swing list. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's been having a good range between the 18 to $20 level, which I told you guys it would. Um, it was alerted for you to look at it, and it's still kind of going where it's going. Where it's going to end at, honestly, I don't know. I'd be surprised if it does break, you know, mid 20s. That'll be good. But congrats to you guys that were actually paying attention to the watch list. And yeah, you're like Eric. I don't have all day to be sitting in front of a computer like that. That's fine. That's what your stop losses are for. Um, and that's why you manage your risk. Could have easily made, $100 or something like that today if you would have traded this. But anyways, that's pretty much, the watch list. I mean, every single stock, guys, went up today in this bear market that I put on the watch list for you. If you're a bull trader, and if you're a bull trader, you're gonna have a tough time. To be honest with you, probably for the next couple of weeks, earliest, maybe April would be okay. But never fear, we got the formula. you know, that's what the alerts are for to help us out with that. But you also have other stocks like that I'm going to be looking at too: the oil stocks, energy stocks, and cyber stocks. I was going to wait and do a whole little monologue after this video, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now because really, honestly, I don't have enough time. I got stuff to do, but I made this video for you guys just to kind of show you what you should be paying attention to. Now, as far as what you're using for your strategies and indicators like that, I can't make that stuff up for you. I can teach you what they are and how they work, but I can't tell you what to do. You as a trader has to figure out what fits best for you and how you trade. Okay. So with that being said, the alerts are there. If you're not subscribed to the alerts, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not in the chat room, I don't know what to tell you. And it's okay to be in a cash position, guys, because obviously the stocks aren't running. I mean, except for CYRN, that thing ran like over 100 something percent today. We were alerted at like $5, but anyway, or like $3. But anyways, yeah, you're not gonna get as much runners as we had in that big old bull market. It's been a bear market since the year started, but there is still opportunity on here. This is how traders trade every single day. Okay. Of course, those who manage hedge funds and whatever do what they do. But yeah, for retail traders, normal traders, day traders, this is stuff that we do, what we look for. You want to learn how to do this? I'm telling you how to do this. I'm making it halfway easy for you. Aside from just trading for you, I give you the alerts, tell you what stocks to look for, the ones that are running, the ones that are going to give you the most money. I show you how to, trade, pretty much strategies that are there that you can do, and they're all fitting within this trading cycle. But I can't teach you to work on your psychology. I can't teach you to have experience and time in the market. Most of you guys who are new traders probably only been here since probably the pandemic started, maybe a year or two before then. But for those of us who've been here since like 2000s, this is pretty much how you want to play this. And if anything, if you're in a position where you're not profitable, you're not making money, this is the market you want to be in. As if you're a bull trader, if you're a bear trader, you're just winning all around. So be cautious because you could get margin called at any time. But if you're a bull trader, this is where you want to be at because this is probably where it's going to be the toughest for you. And if you can make it through this, when the market changes, it's going to be, a buffet for you. Okay. But anyways, that's pretty much the recaps for the trades today, guys. Now, as far as this situation here with, Ukraine and Russia, the inflation coming up and stuff like that, I mean, it's already been what a report of like 57 people died already. Um, you know, RIP. I'm sorry that this war is happening. Unfortunately, I can't only do but so much. But prayers with people that are out there, civilians, stuff like that. What I suggest, if you're day trading, you should be focusing on cybersecurity stocks. You should be focusing on oil and energy stocks and defense spending stocks. Okay. I'm gonna put that list in the watch list for you guys that are in the group chat stuff like that tonight, or if you're on the Patreon, I'll put that in there for you too. But for you guys that are in the chat room alerts, we're gonna have that list here tonight. Um, If you're not, that's fine. I'm just telling you what sectors to look in. Find oil and energy stocks, find defense spending stocks, and find cybersecurity stocks. CYRN is one I'm giving you here today that you can clearly see. But that's what I'm focusing on day trading going forward, especially ones that might come in the alerts that might hit, the parameters that we need to hit for it to be traded. So look out for those. Now, if you're a long-term trader or if you're probably swinging trades, my recommendation is looking at stocks that have been getting beat down in this market because you're going to be able to get them at a discount. It could be stocks like, Facebook has been, getting slaughtered. I know Alibaba's been slaughtered too. A lot of these tech stocks really, I mean, even I think SoFi's at a good discount as well too. But just find some stocks that have been, beat down over the past couple of days, because you're going to be able to catch them at a discount. As this, situation with oil and energy and the Ukraine and Russia stuff starts to turn, and hopefully the interest rates don't impact the market too much, you should start to see a bit of an uptick in, the sectors of technology and consumer discretionary. Um, so that's what I would, recommend in my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. This is what I'm going to be looking for. I'm still kind of leery on the travel stocks. Mask mandates are supposed to be getting lifted soon, which can open up a lot of things. A lot of events like I know they was talking on CNBC like with like Live Nation and stuff like that. That might be a good stock to look into as well. But you have options, so just kind of consider those markets and look for names and brands and stuff like that in that market that you might be interested in, and see this, look at the stats and see if that's something you want to hold for the next couple of months or so. Because right now I'm changing up my portfolio long-term wise to switch over to that kind of strategy and see how well it does. But you know, still got a day trade, still got to get the income. All right. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you're focusing on long term, and let me know, your thoughts on this whole situation as well with the POTUS and everything. I just kind of want to get feedback from other traders and what they're looking at, even just investors. To be honest with you, sometimes the stuff that people on CNBC and the analysts say are not right, and a lot of times their stuff isn't right, honestly, but sometimes they have some good insight. So I want to know from you guys as retail traders or just investors what your thoughts are. Like, for example, I remember when they were shouting, oh, the inflation is transitory. This whole time I've been telling everyone, no, this is not transitory, this is here to stay, and I've been hyping on it for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and everybody thought, oh well, no. I even got an argument with family members that were telling me, oh, Jay Powell said it's transitory. I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyways, guys, I want to know your thoughts. Go ahead, put them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And until then, stay green.